Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create an inset logo using Blender. What I want to replicate is something like in this image here. As you can see, the Sony logo is like carved on this surface, and I want to replicate this effect here. Now, one way to do that would be to use a text object within Blender, but I don't have the font that used on this logo, so I'm going to use a different approach, which might be interesting for you. First, I'm going to go over to Google image search and search for Sony logo. And one of the results is this very nice high resolution picture. Which is very high resolution, which is very nice. So I will save this. Then I can go over to Inkscape, which I will use to convert the image to a vector format. And you can use any other vector drawing program to do the same thing. But I'm going to show you how to do it using Inkscape. So let's import the picture. Select the picture object. Over to path, use trace bitmap. Here we want to use color quantization. The number of colors we set to 3. I don't know why it doesn't work with 2. We don't need smooth. And here on options, we don't need suppress speckles. There are no speckles on this picture. And we want to crank optimize paths over to the maximum, which is 5. So we can update the preview to verify that it's working correctly. Click OK, wait for the tracing to finish. And here we go. We have a nice path for this picture. Now, if I remove the image under it, you will notice there is a little problem here. This corner is not straight as it should be, but we can fix that very easily. So let's zoom in. Let's select those 2 points using Shift and clicking. Let's add a new point, which would be right there. Now let's make the new point a straight corner. Need to click twice to this button here and move it till it's straight. Now we can actually remove this point here, but we cannot remove this point here because that will mess up the path, so let's keep it there. Now we can save this as sony.svg, and we can go back to Blender. Go back to the 3D view. Let's put in orthographic mode and top view. Now we want file, import, scalable vector graphics. We select the file we just saved, and here is our object Let's move it up. Here it is. Now we don't really need the material in this case. It added a material automatically, so let's get rid of it. And what we want to do is to extrude this a bit, and if we go to the curve options, there is the extrude option here, and 0.02 works nicely for me. So go back here. Now let's scale it down. It has select all. It has scale it down, maybe like this. Grab it and move it so that we are aligned with the origin, because the object origin was all to the left here. Hit tab again to go back to object mode. Now we want to use the Boolean modifier to carve this text into this object, the cube object here. However, the Boolean modifier doesn't work with curves, so we have to convert this object to a mesh. To do so, I will hit space and search for convert. And there's the convert to a command which is Alt-C, but if you didn't remember Alt-C, you can just search for it. Select mesh from curve, and we have our mesh here. Now we want, let's switch to a wireframe mode, hitting Z. We want to put this so that, at the desired depth in the surface, how much we want to carve into the surface. And this is probably, right. I'm just eyeballing it, but it should be okay. I don't really need to see this object anymore, so I will disable it completely, but on preview and render, I will select the cube, go to the modifier properties, so this wrench icon here, click add modifier, add a Boolean modifier, select difference because we want to subtract our new object from this cube, and select the curve object here. And there we have our nicely carved logo. Thank you for watching.